The day began like any other in the United States, but beneath the calm surface, a web of invisible connections carried the lifeblood of the nation. From emails to banking, from streaming videos to government communications, every signal moved through a vast digital network spanning the country. Cities glowed faintly in the night as data traveled silently beneath streets and under oceans. The system seemed unbreakable, yet one small mistake was about to change everything. Deep beneath the Atlantic and Pacific, long stretches of underwater cables pulsed with streaming data. These cables, invisible to most, connected continents, carrying information at unimaginable speeds. Engineers had monitored them for years, unaware that a single wrong command could ripple across the nation. The ocean's dark, silent depths held the delicate balance of global connectivity, and that balance was about to be tested. Inside one of the nation's largest data centers, endless rows of servers blinked in perfect synchronization. Engineers moved between consoles, checking monitors and confirming alerts, their eyes focused yet unaware of the looming crisis. The hum of machinery filled the air, a constant reminder of the invisible digital backbone supporting millions of lives. In a moment, that hum would be interrupted. A single command appeared on a government terminal screen, flashing in bright red. A line of code, seemingly harmless, but poised to trigger catastrophic consequences. Alarms blinked silently in the background as engineers froze for a fraction of a second, sensing that something was wrong. The fate of an entire nation's digital world now hung by a thread. Alarms erupted suddenly, shattering the calm of the data center. Papers scattered across the floor, monitors flashed critical error messages, and engineers scrambled in every direction. The chaos was immediate and absolute, as if the building itself sensed the impending disaster. Every second counted, and every action would determine whether the network survived. In the high-tech government crisis room, officials clustered around glowing maps and live feeds. Fingers pointed, voices rose, and tension crackled in the air. They studied fluctuating traffic data, realizing the potential scale of the disaster. Decisions had to be made instantly, but every choice carried immense risk. Back in the server rooms, lights flickered and some went dark entirely. Data flow slowed, networks hesitated, and the engineers' panic grew. The digital lifeblood of the nation faltered, threatening to plunge cities into disruption. Time was slipping away, and the pressure mounted. Digital simulations lit up monitors, red lines spreading across the United States like veins under stress. Engineers and officials watched in horror as visualizations displayed a potential nationwide collapse. Every glowing node that went dark represented millions of disrupted connections. The stakes were higher than anyone could have imagined. Engineers typed frantically, fingers flying over keyboards, eyes glued to monitors. Sweat dripped, breaths quickened, and adrenaline surged. Every keystroke was critical, every second a potential difference between disaster and survival. Outside, the world continued, unaware of how close it had come to digital chaos. In cities across the nation, small signs of disruption began to appear. Traffic lights flickered, digital billboards went dark, and phones temporarily lost connection. People paused, puzzled, unaware that an invisible threat was sweeping silently through their daily lives. The digital thread holding modern life together was fraying. Emergency internet operations kicked into high gear. Teams coordinated across holographic maps and live feeds, sending commands and monitoring progress. The room buzzed with tension, the atmosphere electric with urgency. Every decision had consequences that could affect millions of people. Servers began to overheat. Sparks flew in moments of extreme tension, and alarms screamed insistently. Engineers moved with precision, trying desperately to stabilize the systems. The smallest mistake now could have triggered a national catastrophe. Every heartbeat in the room echoed the ticking clock of potential disaster. A countdown timer appeared on a critical terminal, each tick sounding like a hammer against the nerves of those watching. Red lights flashed relentlessly, illuminating faces etched with concern and fear. The seconds felt stretched into eternity as the network's fate hung in balance. Digital maps displayed the U.S. internet network collapsing in real time, glowing nodes turning red as connections failed. Each loss of data was a visible sign of the fragility of the system. Engineers watched, hearts racing, knowing that one wrong move could make the network irrecoverable. Officials made urgent calls, coordinating teams across data centers, ISPs, and emergency networks. Their expressions reflected the gravity of the situation, the weight of responsibility pressing on every decision. Every instruction could mean the difference between success and disaster. In slow motion, engineers unplugged and reconnected cables, sparks flying and monitors flickering. The tension was cinematic, the pressure suffocating. Each action was measured, each movement critical, as if the entire country depended on their hands alone. Simulations of network collapse covered every available screen. Red warnings and alerts pulsed aggressively, emphasizing the magnitude of the crisis. Engineers studied each visualization, searching for the exact point to halt the cascading failure. Finally, an engineer discovered the root cause of the near collapse on a monitor. Relief mixed with urgency as they realized the fix was in their control. Every move now could restore or destroy the fragile network, and time was running short. Sirens continued to echo through the building, employees moving with coordinated urgency. The chaos reflected the potential disaster outside, a mirror of the crisis unfolding in the invisible digital world. Every corridor, every screen, every person mattered. Teams coordinated via holographic displays, typing precise commands to stabilize the network. Fingers danced over keyboards, eyes darted between monitors, and tension remained high. The delicate digital ecosystem depended on their every decision. Gradually, green progress bars began to replace the red warnings on digital maps. The network was being restored, node by node, slowly but surely. Engineers allowed themselves a cautious hope, but knew the crisis wasn't fully over yet. Close-ups of engineers revealed expressions of cautious relief as servers rebooted successfully. The tension that had gripped the room began to ebb, replaced with quiet celebration and recognition of a job well done. City streets gradually returned to normal as digital signals stabilized. People resumed their daily routines, unaware of the invisible disaster that had nearly swept through their lives. The digital lifeblood of the nation flowed once again. Aerial views of the United States showed the internet network glowing steadily, connections restored, the digital web alive and humming. Stability returned, the invisible backbone of modern life secure once more. Engineers high-fived quietly, monitors flashing green in confirmation of their success. Relief and satisfaction washed over the team, knowing they had prevented a disaster of unprecedented scale. A government official looked out over the city from a high window, reflecting silently on the events of the day. The sparkling lights below mirrored the fragile, yet resilient, digital world they had saved. Lessons were learned, and vigilance was renewed. Simulations and data logs were analyzed in detail, lessons carefully documented. Engineers studied every step, every second of near collapse, ensuring that the country would be better prepared in the future. Servers remained stable, cities fully illuminated, and life resumed with subtle normalcy. A quiet celebration echoed through the data centers, marking the end of a near-apocalyptic digital day. Finally, in a dark server room, a single blinking light remained, a subtle reminder of how fragile and precious the digital world truly is, and that even the smallest mistake can ripple into chaos.